Sitting on my living room floor listening to records in Phoenix in the 70s, I was swept away. Things were so much more tactile then. Album covers became cinematic and nearly lifelike for how long you studied them and the list of songs and personnel. So many records became a part of my soundtrack: Stevie Wonder, Carole King, Paul Desmond, Ella Fitzgerald. But of the many jazz albums, the Nancy Wilson-Cannonball Adderley collaboration became a favorite. Something about the young chanteuse, the song selection, Cannonball's soulful swing and tight arrangements, it all made perfect sense. And so, one by one, I learned those tunes. I was young and full of curiosity about music back then, not knowing that it would become my life's work. Fast forward New York City 2016, I want to make a CD of standards. I've made my mark as a composer born out of an unquenchable love of creating music and words. But my love and respect of the great American standard, I had yet to personally address it beyond my work with New York Voices or the many live gigs I've done over the years.
Never, never will I marry. Never, never will I wed.
And so the emotional touchstone of this record became Nancy Wilson. My research of Nancy took me to the very beginning of her career at Capitol Records, and I started to sift through the projects one by one, looking for my top 10 songs to root around in. And by the time I hit 1964, I had a concept and plenty of music to play with. The concept being keeping the arrangements tight and swinging, structured with room to breathe, with a few solos and arranging ideas transcribed and inserted for good measure.
Some folks are meant to live in clover.
And so Andy Ezra and I started to pull the shapes together with the help of Matt Wilson and Ben Allison, and by the end of 2016 the music was ready and I just needed to launch that Kickstarter and book the studio. Well, the presidential election came and went and I kind of lost my mind, but not to fear. After a Happy New Year phone call with my producer and longtime friend Elliot Shiner, he had an idea. We offered an educational exchange with my alma mater, Berklee College of Music, using their state-of-the-art facility, the Shames Family Scoring Stage, whereby the MP&E program and student body at large got to sit alongside Elliot while he recorded my record. Hal Leonard joined the session, videotaping the making of for future educational purposes, and perhaps one day making available for us all to enjoy. And for my part, the students got to observe the making of a project from the creative perspective. We discussed the artist Nancy Wilson, how we derived the arrangements, the new band, Andy, Jared Schoenig, Matt Penman, and Ingrid Jensen, and how we're going to capture the record like they did back in the 60s regarding setup and etc. It was an open session. No room to be overly self-conscious, just be honest, sing and play the music, and go for real heartfelt takes. So over the next 2 days, that's what we did. And by the third day, we listened back, made a few edits. It was done. We got it ready for mixing. It was a totally fulfilling weekend that I will never forget. The band played with heart. We created a sacred space with all the cameras rolling, audio recording, people coming and going. It truly felt familial, friendly, and inspiring. In March, Elliot and I invited the students that were part of the recording process to join us at his house for the mixing session, and they took full advantage of the opportunity, and we continued our love dance, all things Nancy Wilson.
This whole experience has just been so amazing, just to be able to see a record be recorded from start to finish and mixed and everything. It's just been so much fun. And holding the Grammy too. That was nice.
All right, so what has this whole experience been like for you?
For me, it's been a really unique experience to be able to being involved in a project for so long, and with such great music, such great musicians, and such a great engineer, and the whole process has been very, very rewarding. It's everything happened so in such an organic way, just trying to capture it like the way it would have been in the '60s, and coming down here to mix at Elliot's place has just been great. It's been a great learning experience.
It's been a surreal experience because this is really the first chance that we get to see a record being made from beginning to end with the top people in the industry.
The hang has just been really fun too, so that's like one of the greatest parts. It's just, you know, Elliot's been so nice to everybody, and Lauren too has been just great. And
Yeah.
Molly,
It's
everybody.
amazing.
And Molly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we've been so blessed to have you be a part of this project. You've made it a really beautiful experience for us. You made it be less self-conscious and more about the art and the music, and that's really what it's all about. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Oh, hello. I bet you didn't think you were going to be seeing me, what with that fabulous photo montage and the great video footage from those charming Berklee College of Music students. But I wanted to formally invite you to join us and be a part of this Kickstarter campaign that I'm launching. We are so fortunate to have had the opportunity to partner with Berklee College of Music and the Shames Family Scoring Stage at the beginning of the year, and it really was the impetus to get this music to the next phase. And with that came an amazing mentoring opportunity, a chance to have the students sit alongside Elliot and to watch pre-production and discuss the making of the arrangements and to discuss how we're going to capture the music and mic the instruments and all those kinds of things. So it was a wonderful educational opportunity, and we were so excited to do it. Of course, not knowing whether it would be nerve-wracking or exhilarating or inspiring or terrifying, but luckily it was just inspiring. And the students were wonderful and participatory, and we just had a great time. And in the midst of a weekend, we captured an album, and we're now at the place where the music is captured, but we still have so much to do. We have to still master and create the artwork and manufacture and do marketing and promotion. So we're still just getting started. It's just, we can't wait to share this music with you. We were so inspired by Nancy Wilson and Cho's repertoire that really spoke to us, and we are really thrilled to share it with you, and we're looking to do that by the end of August. So consider some of the options and consider joining us and being a part of this energy, and we will tease out a few maybe singles for you, and we're going to edit some of the footage that Hal Leonard captured in the making of. So there's lots of things for you to enjoy before even it goes to market. So we hope you'll join us, and we thank you. And I don't know why he's in the picture. It's just funny.
When I looked at you, a dream came true, and suddenly right then